Bloomberg executives going around complaining about the way they're treated. They're used to being whacked over the head. ExxonMobil, they don't complain. You know? Because they're used to it. And you know, we live in a culture that is moderately we live in a culture that's sort of conflicted about business. The popular culture generally is anti-business, the movies, television, and so on. We praise entrepreneurs, but we don't really know how to contextualize an ExxonMobil. So there's a tendency in the culture to demonize it. And so now the bankers are facing this, and they're not used to it, and they don't know how to deal with it. And so one of the ways they deal with it is just to whine about it. But you know, J.P. Morgan does not have clean hands in the financial crisis. And Jamie Dimon sidestepped a lot of stuff shrewdly, but if you look at the lawsuits that are being filed against them these days and some of the practices that they partook in, they were no better than anybody else. They were peddling subprime loans like everybody else. They committed sins like everybody else. And so, you know, my view is Jamie should be a man and take his medicine.
So bringing it back to the substance of this tension between Wall Street and Washington, the Wall Street reform bill, you, Joe, wrote right out of the gate in the first column, it sounds like you're sticking to it, that it was way too watered down, the Dodd-Frank we're talking about.
Generally, yes. I don't think it went far enough. I think it's shot full of loopholes. But I say, my view on that is it's still early. A lot depends on how it's applied on a regulatory basis. A lot depends on how many derivatives still get to remain over the counter versus what goes on in the exchange. I do think it's not radical like the SEC was in the 1930s, but I think it's a little unfair to sort of say it's not going to do any good. I think it's too early.